The better your credit, the better the interest rates that'll be offered to you. So if you maintain a good credit score, you can save over the course of your life hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest costs. Ideally, you've done this before you're sitting in front of one of these people so
Hmm.
that you know you're walking in there with that gold ticket of interest rate offerings.
Divorce can be emotionally and financially overwhelming. That's why I'm teaming up with Sunny Wishart, president and founder of a la carte financial and a certified financial planner. We will show you how to understand all things money without feeling ashamed, overwhelmed, embarrassed. You will learn more, ask questions. No question is a dumb question. Welcome to Money with Sunny. Let's get into it. Good morning, Sunny.
Good morning, Wendy.
So today is credit score. What is it? How do I fix it? Where do I find it? Joint credit, names on loans. Listen, when when divorce is on the table and you're a woman, yes, you may be the one taking care of all the money stuff. Usually you're not. And sometimes you know some things and some things you don't know. And if he was looking after this, you never had to worry about it. If you were looking after this, okay. Wherever you're at, now the truth of the matter is you need to get your money stuff in order. You need to take a serious look, get a folder together and get this stuff organized. So, where should she start?
I love talking about credit score. It's a very undervalued financial planning tool. And I like to say we often have our heads in the sand about it. And it's time to, if you're looking to make a shift in your household, which will be affected by your money, will be affected, such as you're separating, you're getting divorced, having this credit, these tools on how to maintain, monitor, protect your credit score, it's so powerful. The credit score is a very powerful financial tool.
Okay, so what is a credit score?
All right. So if you borrow for whichever reason, then the lender reports if you're doing a good job or not to some credit agencies. There's two or three in Canada. The two that I look at most are TransUnion and Equifax. These are third party credit score trackers. And so
Okay,
you've
I'm going to
got,
pause here. So, where do you find TransUnion and
yeah.
Equifax?
Okay. So Equifax, there's a lot of neat apps out there. There's Credit Karma, Borrowell. These apps are free. Yeah, they have little ads in them and stuff, but they will track your Equifax scoring. No charge. No, it doesn't hit your credit. People are worried about that. No, not true. I've been using them for years. And TransUnion, similarly, you just have to, like, if you bank, say, with Scotiabank, built into their online app, you can tap to see your TransUnion report anytime you want for free. Alternatively, you can grab it online. They're very easy to find and they are not hits to your credit score and they should be free. You don't have to pay for them.
So, why should I be looking at my credit score?
So, my top two reasons I ask people to look at their credit score because they think I have good credit. I pay all my bills on time. That is not why you would track it. That is a misconception. Number one, almost 40% of credit bureau score reports, credit reports, have a mistake.
Hmm.
And the only person responsible for finding and fixing that mistake is you. So what you don't know will hurt you.
Okay.
And second, fraud. Fraud is rampant these days. It's really creeping up. We get all those creepy texts come in or people trying to hack your computers or whatnot. But people are taking mortgages out under your SIN number. And the longer you let it go, the harder it is to fix. So if you're sitting in front, last thing you want to do is sit in front of a lender. And this happened to me as I was applying for my first mortgage. And they said, "Ooh, you have terrible credit." And then find out something's very wrong on your credit bureau that had nothing to do with you, and you got to go fix it.
And
So,
how long does it take to fix it? So, okay, I'm sitting here. I've gone into, you recommended borrowell.com.
mm,
So we'll link that at the bottom of the show notes, Borrowell. And then if you're with Scotiabank, you can go into your Scotiabank app and you can see TransUnion, correct?
mhm, mhm,
Okay. So first off is you can check your credit score. It doesn't affect your credit at all to check your credit score.
mhm,
And what and you're reading through it and you're not sure about something.
mhm.
Then what?
So then you send that uh, company a note, basically, to let them know this is incorrect, and they look into it. They get back to confirm that it's incorrect. Depending on what the error is, for me, this is ages ago, I had student loans, and student loans are big offenders for reporting incorrectly, showing I was delinquent on all these payments years prior to that. And I don't know, I've never paid a payment late. That's not true. So I just sent them a note. They sent back a letter confirming they will fix it. And I sent the letter to the lender I was looking to get a mortgage from, and they accepted it. It was fine. It's no problem. It's not that hard to fix. Not scary.
Okay, that's good. So, so step one is look at your credit report. Now, when you look at your credit report, there's numbers. So, where should you fall in the numbers? What's important, and why is it important?
You want to have what they call a good credit score. You can have an okay credit score. So, like 600 to 900 ish. Anything below 600, you got some delinquencies, perhaps recovering from a bankruptcy or something like that. But you want like 600 to 900. Ideally, 600 is kind of, oh, some lenders won't even lend to you. I think it's like 680. I'm not into the lending sphere of what it is, but you do want to have on the top end closer to 900, which is 900 apparently is impossible to get. Nobody's perfect.
Okay.
But the better your credit, the better the interest rates that'll be offered to you. So if you maintain a good credit score, you can save over the course of your life hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest costs because they tier how much they charge you, specifically mortgages.
Hmm.
And if your credit score is in a certain threshold, they have the tiered system, they're going to add a little extra percent to you because you're just a little riskier. And the higher rate or the higher your credit score, the better the offerings. More lenders want you. If you're an A borrower, which means you're good, they want to lend to you and they want to get you over to their side. So they're going to give you a great rate. So hundreds of thousands of dollars to have a good score.
Okay, so who should I be talking to if I'm not sure? If I look at my credit score and and I'd like to improve it, so raise up that number. Um, First, I try to see if there's anything that's not true on the report, and then I send a letter to that company, get the letter back. Does it ever go off the credit score, or does it always stay there, or the credit report?
Well, a mistake goes off immediately. That doesn't
Okay.
stay. A delinquency stays on for upwards of 7 years, depending on the province you're in. So you want to go to the website FCAC, Financial Consumer Agency of Canada, and they are what I call the horse's mouth of credit score, knowledge, learning, education. Um, Certainly, most lenders or financial professionals can give you some really solid tips and tricks on how to get your score. I've got some I'll share with you guys, but you generally know if you've been late on a payment. I know that people, if they're late with their credit cards, they're usually late with other things. It's just kind of like a personality type. It's not just I paid it late. And if you pay it late the one time 3 years ago, yes, it'll stay on your credit bureau, but most people go, yeah, that happened. But the credit score is a very delicate report where they want a nice balance of what we call installment and revolving debts to show up on your report. So an installment debt is like a car loan. We lend you 30,000, you pay X amount for 5 years and it's paid in full. That's installment debt. Revolving debt is your credit card. It's you have a $5,000 limit and it just spins round and round and round on the hamster wheel and it revolves the whole time. So you want a mix of those two things to have a great report. And the second is utilization. They don't want to see that you have spent or that you're carrying balances on these revolving debts month over. So you've got that credit card and you owe it $4,500, but the limit's 5,000. So you're near your limit. The credit report is saying, that's someone who spent more than they make, can't pay their debts. Now they have a utilization problem. And your score each month that you carry it towards that limit will decrease and decrease.
Hmm. That's interesting. Okay, good. That's important to know. And you mentioned FCAC.
Mhm.
Is that a North American site or a Canadian site?
Canadian.
Canadian site. Okay. So you can go there to get some of your questions answered. Now, what if I don't if I haven't been paying the credit cards off, but I've been using them, could my report be affected without me even knowing it? I've been using my credit card and my husband, he always pays things. I don't even know about my money situation. So I guess that then it could be affected, and I don't even know about it.
That's right. So if you're in a transitionary period and you've got a joint credit card, you are just as responsible for making sure that it is paid. Now, during transition, money tends to be tight and awkward, and we're not sure where we're going to land. So, just making the payment on time, not necessarily paying in full. It's going to be like your minimum payment is 3% of the balance, say. Just pay that balance. It's only a short period of time before that gets sorted out, and that card likely will get closed, and you'll each get your own card, right?
Okay. So joint credit you mentioned. What is that?
So we'll keep using the credit card as an example. You can jointly own one. So card holder, joint card holder, husband, wife. And
Hmm.
each of you can use it as you will, and that's fine. But you are individually responsible for it. So if he's run off and he racks it up and runs off, he doesn't care. If you want to protect your credit, you got to pay it.
Right.
So
Okay.
these types of
Important to
things
know.
are a risk, huge risk. Yeah.
And how about if my name is my on my title to the house or on the mortgage or is on the car loan? Is that all my responsibility as well then?
Absolutely. Yeah, you've co-signed, so
So then what are your recommended steps to getting organized here when it comes to uh, credit report, credit history, joint credit, and my name on different loans and different stuff like boat loans or anything? What do you recommend? How do I start? Do you help someone with that?
yeah, for sure. You start by just understanding what your name is on. So I just write a list. Like I've seen it where the spouse has a credit card, but turns out they're not actually on the card. They're just an additional card holder. So when your kids get a little older, you can order them a card and then they can use that, but they're too young to have credit, so their name's just on the card so they can swipe it. It could be set up that way. So just having an understanding of what your name is in fact on and what your obligations are to those debts. Because yes, if you want to protect your credit, you must keep satisfying them.
So number one, borrowell.com. Take a look at your credit report. Number two, read the report. See what that number is. If you're at 900, you have nothing to worry about. Nobody gets to 900 because nobody's perfect. But if you're somewhere between 750 and 800, there's room for improvement, but you're doing great. If you're somewhere kind of under 680, there's a little bit more room for improvement. So now you want to read that report. And if you don't understand the report, you can go to FCAC to
Mhm.
learn about how to read the report, or you can give a money expert a call, such as yourself. And then how long does it take to improve and increase your credit score?
So I like to say your credit score is like the stock market. It's like don't everything gets reported on a monthly basis. So it's over like market close is the end of the month kind of thing.
Hmm.
You can immediately improve your score by rolling over a month. So each month that say you paid off that credit card that had the high balance, paid it off. Next month it'll be a little higher. Next month a little higher. Sometimes reporting's a little slow. It's not a perfect science, but you can improve it ASAP. And usually, if you're in a position where you're looking to refinance the mortgage or borrow again against the home, those mortgage brokers are top notch at helping you understand your credit and what it's doing then. But ideally, you've done this before you're sitting in front of one of these people so
Hmm.
that you know you're walking in there with that gold ticket of interest rate offerings.
Hmm. And that's what we're here to help you with. Make Help you to get organized, be prepared, find the people that you need to find to help you walk this path, and to get to be knowledgeable and confident and to learn. If you've never paid a bill, if you're a stay-at-home mom, and you can do this. This is something that anybody can do. You have to learn, and you can do it. And when you're financially independent, that's a piece of freedom that's going to make you feel just awesome. And that's why we're here. That's why we're talking about what we're talking about, and that's why Sunny does what she does every single day. You can create that financial independence for yourself, and then you can be that great example to your kiddies, and you can teach them, and you can watch them start to have their little jars of saving, investing, spending. There's a zillion different ways you can do it, and and then they can learn all this stuff long before you ever did. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's fun. Okay, well, Sunny, it's been awesome. So if you had to give everyone kind of one final takeaway with respect to, well, anything we've talked about, what is it?
Get your head out of the sand.
All right.
Look it
Get
in
your
the
head
eye.
out of the sand. Look it in the eye. Look it in the eye. We've got you. All right. Thanks for being here today. We'll see you all next week. Financial documents are complicated. If you want to learn more, check out this video. We will show you how to find the right money expert to work with without feeling dumb, unprepared, and unorganized.